ICM 135th Goulash Cannon, part 5. 5 different techniques for painting wood. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, it's good to have you with us. Something a bit different today. I thought I'd just concentrate on ways of painting wood. So in this episode we are going to paint some boxes, one of which will be done with hairspray chipping. We're going to do a table, a nice varnished chopping board, and finally some logs. So as you know, I bought the Goulash Cannon and the figures separately, so it meant I've got an awful lot of small parts and accessories to paint. There really is loads. Here they are all laid out, ready to base coat with a primer, and you can see there's all sorts of things, including 6 sausages there. So yeah, right, so let's get into it. So we'll start with the boxes. Now I've just used a wire brush just to get some wood grain into the plastic. They're quite boring when they came out of the box. So just stroking a wire brush across the plastic surface, and just to, let's say, get some indentations and some wood grain effects. Be really careful with your fingers though, because it really hurts if you stab yourself with a wire brush. And then what I've done is just taken a sanding sponge and just gone across the horizontal bits that go across the top of the wood, just so that the grains go in the right direction for those. And then once that's done, I'll just take some Tamiya extra thin and just paint the surface with that, and that just gets rid of all the fluffy bits that are still sticking up, and just gets them all settled down nicely. Okay, so they've been primed with the new VMS surface primer, which is amazing, really easy to use, definitely worth getting. And now I'm painting these with Iraqi sand, just as a nice base coat. It makes a really nice wood colour. One of the boxes I do in a different colour. I use Vallejo old wood, just to give a bit of variation, but as I say, 3 of them are in this Iraqi sand. Okay, and there you can see the difference between the 2 colours, the Iraqi sand and the old wood. So now I'm going to weather these with some oil paints. I'm using burnt umber, and just run a line down a at the raised points, and I'll go down the cracks between the planks as well, which you'll see me do in a minute, and then we'll come in and blend this with some odorless thinners afterwards. That just gives a bit of wear and tear, and it works really well with the wood grain effects that we put in with the wire brush. So there's the other lines going through. And then, as I say, we'll just blend that away, as you've seen me do with other items before. Okay, so here's the blending then, with just a small amount of odorless thinners on the brush, and just work that oil paint back, and then spread it out so that it takes up the positioning of the all the surface detail that we've put in. So there you go, that's them. Right, onto the painted one now. So started again with Iraqi sand, and then I've gone over it with some VMS chipping medium, and then now I'm spraying it with Vallejo Scarlet, nice bright red, just to give a bit of colour to the whole scene really. Otherwise it will end up being a bit bland. So good layer of the red paint, and then we'll come in and chip it afterwards. Okay, so it's the first time I've used this chipping medium. I normally use Hairspray, and I also don't like chipping Vallejo paints because they tend to come off in sheets rather than little chips. So just a small amount of water, and you can see how much has come off almost immediately. I possibly put a bit too much of the chipping medium on, but it's fine, we'll work with it. In fact, I get better as we go on to the other side, but you can see how it works. Just work your way around the model, just do small patches, and then once there's enough chipping done, what I do is I just come in with a cotton bud, which you'll see in a minute, and just dry the remaining water off, and that stops the reaction happening. So there you go, that's the 4 different crates. I think they look pretty good. Right, let's move on to the table. Snave saw me do this on the bed of the truck, and it's exactly the same process. So I'm just dotting on small amounts of oil paints in various colours of brown. I think we've got burnt umber, raw umber, there's a bit of sienna in there, and then come through with a brush that's dampened with here goes the second colour. And so just really mix it up, so you get a nice variety when you come to blend them together. Okay, so now with a wide brush, just dampened with odourless thinners, just stroke it through the paint and blend the different colours together. Try and keep going in the same direction the whole time, and that just gives a really nice effect of the wood grain that wasn't there, so we've added that just with the paint effect. And there you go, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, onto the chopping block. So this one is painted with Vallejo new wood, which gives a nice sort of pine colour. You can just see it going on there. Couple of coats with the brush, just give a nice covering. I wanted this to stand out from the table, which is why I've chosen this effect. And then once that's dry, I'm using a Vallejo, I guess it's an effects paint called Wood Grain, with a wide scruffy brush. And this is a weird paint because it doesn't cover, but you just drag that across the surface of the wood, and you can see it creates a wood grain effect. And then just to make this really pop, I've just gone over it with some Tamiya clear orange, which gives it a nice sheen and glossy surface as if it's been varnished. And again, keep your brush going in the same direction as the wood, and it's just a really nice effect. This is good for tables and that sort of thing as well. You can also do it with the clear yellow, just to give a slightly different shade. But you can see how that's worked really well with the wood grain that's beneath it. Okay, onto the logs now. So Iraqi sand again. These are a nightmare to paint because they're so small. So Iraqi sand onto the primer, the ends and the two surfaces. I've left an edge so we can paint the bark afterwards. Okay, once that's dry, I'll just come in with some AK streaking grime, just to give some sort of wood grain effect on the inside of the logs. and blend that away with some odourless thinners. Okay, for the bark I'm using Vallejo chocolate brown, another good layer of that, and don't forget to do the bits around the other edges that you've left to give a sense of depth of the bark. Okay, and then the final bit of this process on these logs is just dry brushing the surface of the bark with deck tan. If you look at most trees, the bark is actually quite grey rather than brown. And this brings out all the texture in the mouldings and just makes them look quite realistic. Once they're in situ on the diorama, I'll put some moss and some other effects on these. So there you go, that's 5 different ways of painting wooden objects. I hope you found that useful. Right, do you want to see my figures? There's the bloke carrying the jerry can. There's the chef sharpening his knives. There's the chap chopping wood. The faces look awful there. I have toned them down a bit. There's the chap chopping spuds. Cool. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. I'm thinking about what I'm going to be building next. And I'm going to let you lot choose. So if you'd like to see me do a tank, put tank in the comments. If you'd like me to do a truck, then put a truck in the comments. And if you'd like me to do something else, then put other in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. And I'll see you next week. Bye.